Have you ever felt completely exhausted? As if everything you do is like trudging through jello? You might have depleted mother syndrome. DMS, depleted mother syndrome, mom burnout, call it whatever you want. It's something that happens to way too many women, and it happens when we lack the support and assistance that we need in our roles as mothers and caregivers. You might have this yourself if you're dealing with physical, mental, or emotional exhaustion. If you are really struggling to find a sense of fulfillment in the never-ending demands that sometimes come with motherhood. Unfortunately, this is a really serious issue, and it can cause us as mothers to feel downtrodden and disconnected from our children and those around us. It may give way to fears of inadequacy, a sense of overwhelm, and even feeling depersonalized. This is something that I hadn't even heard about until I was doing some research about mom burnout. And it was so fascinating to me that I needed to make a video about it. And I think it is worth bringing awareness to it. Also, it's kind of more catchy than saying mom burnout. Like depleted mother syndrome actually sounds serious. Mom burnout sounds like, oh yeah, just go take a nap, you'll feel better. I think it carries the weight of what it is a little better than saying just like, oh, I'm burnt out. That those words are overused. But what can cause this depleted mother syndrome? It's not a personal failure. This is caused by a cascade of systemic issues, most of which are out of our control as mothers. It's more common than you might think. According to the American Psychology Association, 68% of mothers report feeling stressed about parenting, compared to only 47% of fathers. Moreover, depleted mother syndrome can be triggered or exacerbated by so many things that we often have to deal with, like a lack of social support, unrealistic expectations, isolation, loneliness, financial difficulties, job insecurity, relationship problems or marital stresses, health issues, chronic illness. If we have many children or children with special needs, sleep deprivation, or just not getting the right quality of sleep. The good news is that this is not a irreversible or permanent situation. There are so many ways that we can prevent, cope with, and even overcome DMS. Look at me. Listen to this. We can have joy again as mothers, even if we've lost it for a time. Let's explore what can help. Also, if you're new here or if you're returning even more so, please hit that subscribe button. I am doing my utmost to get to 1,000 subscribers, trying real hard for that number. I know I am a very small channel. Every one of your subs, I notice it, I see it when it happens, and it makes me feel so good to see that you hit that button because it means you want to see more of me. So please do that and hit the like button if you feel like it too. It really means so much. Thank you bunches. I have a list of 5 things that we can do as mothers to overcome depleted mother syndrome. The first and foremost one that I really need to stress is that if you are dealing with depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, or substance abuse, please, please, please let this be your sign to go and seek professional help. A therapist, a counselor, a psychiatrist, they can help you identify the root causes of these issues. They can give you the emotional support and guidance that you need, and even prescribe medication if that is necessary for your situation to help you get through. Because things can and they will get better. Sometimes we need a little more help, and there's nothing wrong with that. Another thing that we can do is we can join a support group. I have in my blog post linked down below, there are a couple of support groups mentioned in that blog post if you are interested in seeking help for these specific problems. Another all important but also all too often forgotten thing that we must do is practice self-care. The longer we go without it, the more difficult it becomes to get the things done that we need to get done. We need self-care to take care of our family without resentment. What does that look like? We want to get enough sleep. We want to eat a balanced diet. We want to drink water and stay hydrated. Water alone will not always keep you hydrated. Get those electrolytes, okay? It's important. We want to exercise and stay active. Get outside, get some fresh air, meditate, pray, be mindful, engage in hobbies and activities that bring you joy. Set some time aside for some pampering. Schedule that massage you've been wanting. Schedule that manicure. I know these things can be hard to do because we have to schedule childcare beforehand, but please, do that spa day. It's so worth it. Make an effort every day to see yourself through a lens of kindness and compassion. Practice gratitude. Get a gratitude journal. Write a couple things in it every day. It will make a difference. I'm telling you. Self-care can be simple. It does not have to be expensive. It does not have to take a ton of our time. When we take the time to do it, it can make a huge, huge difference in our happiness. So incorporate it into your daily routine. Make it a priority. Number 2, we need to ask for and accept help. Realistically, try as we might, as mothers, we cannot do it all. If we don't delegate, things will inevitably fall by the wayside. Asking for and accepting help shows both wisdom and strength. Strength, because there is power in numbers, and wisdom, because we are acknowledging that we only have limited time and energy. We can't possibly do everything that we must do in order for our children to truly thrive. The saying has stuck around because it's true. It takes a village. Who can we ask for help if we need it? There are no doubt many people around you who, if they knew you really needed help, would be right there for you. Who might these be? Our partner or our spouse, our children, our parents, our in-laws, our siblings if we have any, our friends, our neighbors, coworkers, colleagues. Now the rest of these are paid help, but still, help nonetheless. Babysitters, teachers, mentors, our doctors, our therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, you name it. These are people that we can lean on in times of need. You should never ever feel guilty or ashamed for asking for help. You are not a burden nor a nuisance. You are a human being who is constantly helping, supporting, and caring for other tiny little human beings. You were never meant to raise children all by yourself. It takes a village. We need a village. We have to seek that out sometimes. Number 3, we need to set boundaries and limits. We do not need to, have to, and honestly, we cannot say yes to everything or everyone. I have heard it said, and it rings true. If you try to please everyone, you will end up pleasing no one at all. It is our responsibility as mothers to say no to things that do not serve us or our family. To be truly happy and healthy, we absolutely must set boundaries and limits for ourselves and others. What are some no boundaries that we might want to set? No's might include requests and invitations that don't align with our values or goals. Even if that value or that goal is, I just want to get more rest. You deserve that rest. Not taking activities or tasks upon ourselves that are not urgent or important. Keeping away from people or situations that we have found in the past to be harmful to ourselves or our family. What are some yes boundaries we might want to set? We want to make sure that we are saying yes to our needs, yes to our dreams, and yes to our personal health and happiness. Setting these boundaries, it helps us avoid undue stress, resentment, and burnout. Setting boundaries can be incredibly difficult, especially when we need to set boundaries with people that are close to our heart. But what can help? Being clear and specific about what we want and what we need. Being assertive when we communicate with others, not being wishy-washy. If someone tries to convince you to do something you don't want to do, don't let them do it. You will just resent them later. Being firm and consistent in the way that we present ourselves so that people don't think they can push us over. Being honest and authentic. That means doing the hard thing and saying, hey, this is all I can do. or doing the hard thing and saying, hey, I don't like it when you do that. Being mindful and aware of how we present ourselves and how that affects others. We also, within the bounds of reason, want to be supportive and understanding towards the feelings of others. We don't want to just run people over when we say, hey, this is what I can or can't do. There's balance in all things. Setting boundaries is not selfish and it is not rude. It is 100% necessary for healthy living. It's a way that we show respect for both ourselves and for those around us. Think of it this way. Would you or would you not feel more respected by a close friend who tells you, hey, this is my situation. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. If they tell you what they can and cannot do and why, wouldn't you feel closer to that person, respected by them, that they opened up to you? We need to give our friends the benefit of the doubt that they will understand, just like we would understand them. It's getting dark, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to finish this video because my baby's taking a nap, and it's getting dark at 5 o'clock. So, you know what? Here we are. This next point is also very important. Connect with others around you. You are not alone. You are not the only one experiencing depleted mother syndrome. There are many, many mothers who are going through the same situation, feeling the same feelings as you are. But connecting with others can help you feel less isolated and lonely. It can help you gain perspective, insight, and get needed support. How can we connect with others? How can we get that support? We need to talk to people about our feelings, about our expectations, and as mentioned before, about our boundaries. We need to open up about what we're struggling with, the good things that are happening, about our life. Seek out others who have similar interests and hobbies. Volunteer for a cause or a charity that means something to you. And this is my favorite one, travel. Travel the world, experience new things, new places, new cultures. This will help you feel really connected with the world and the people that you traveled with. Opening up to others can help us to feel understood and appreciated. We also, of course, need to make sure we're making efforts to listen to those around us, not just venting our own feelings and thoughts, but really listening. As we make strides in building these friendships, our joy will only grow. We all need real, meaningful friendships to be truly happy. So this one is an absolute must. I hope you found these suggestions helpful. I hope you have a beautiful day. That's all I have for you. Thank you bunches, and I'll see you in the next one.